And never come back, you stinking standies.
我这里吗？
We wanted was
哦，我看他干嘛指向后门啊？
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth. Get out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan,
他是谁？
with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
这游戏都没有怎么讲武德的、啊，2打1耶。
Yeah, it's like we never left Bergen.
Oh, no, another trapping. Ah, pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7?
Huh?
But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
已经过那么久了，
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale, and what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
这里是酒馆。你怎么说看像是一个缩小版的贫民窟哎？哎，这边还有一个箱子。
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters. Hmm. 10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, 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 no! That's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment,
就很像有人会把字写得很潦草，潦草到自己的写什么都看不
made a
懂。
habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late. The dog.
Zoltan, please. You really want to track down the women Dandelion's been wooing? Most likely all angry women by now.
Got any better ideas? Besides, Dandelion's a babbler. They're sure to know something of his doings.
他不是诗人
Should
吗？
divide these somehow. Perhaps. Ah, fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours.
So
And you figure.
wonderful. Meet me back here when...
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
哇，这么多！他到底是多少个女人啊？
Still here? Looking for something?
Ah, just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone.
茉莉是谁？
Though well she knows the touch of Silken Lake.
Molly.
A baroness within reach
Oh.
and he settled...
Daniel.
Yeah.
我们接下来要找的女人啊。
A figure most rare. Her nature...
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional.
You want to take this one?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer...
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned...
Dwarfs. Her dad's enough gap.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
Well, than one, it seems. Week on week, we get word has it her dad's now looking to hire our next victim.
If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was...
Oh, I doubt it.
Doubt I want to hear...
Probably be.
Me.
She had him wearing...
Huh. Truly...
You didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once.
Vespula. Name rings a bell.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
火热的爱，
Well, know about all I wanted to know.
这就是在接下来寻找人物啦，就是这些女性。那我们先从最近开始啊，然后我顺便要讲一件事情啊，就是我有说过这游戏好像有一种选择嘛，还真的有哎、像男爵啊，男爵他可能可以不用死啊，只是他后续任务也不会出现在故事线里面了，就是不会遇到他了，因为他带着老婆去就医了。就说不管是是死是活啦，他都会离开他的地方。
Whoreson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time.
他怎么戴那个帽子啊？他是小丑啊！
Don't pay.
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What you hoping for? A knight in shining armor?
这不就来了
Close
吗？
enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead. Not your concern.
给我滚！才不给他们，不要给他们钱哎、
Now listen. You might have 2 swords, but there's 4 of us.
那要如何？
4 men collecting tribute from 1 washerwoman. Don't think I have much to fear.
Best think again.
这不就变2个人吗？一位，只想你了。臭地痞！
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
他是
No
洗
need to
工嘛？
thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't. Wait, I know you.
Ah,
You're
Jota.
that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when. Well,
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. prize bullshitter came back saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Thanks for your help.
没有有用的资讯哎。
Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
又爱又恨。我看一下这些乞丐有没有钱。哇！哦！哇！好穷哦！
A friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened?
Huh?
Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You, Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
什么？我懂了。
Any better?
好饿啊！
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
浓妆艳抹。
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
好吧。啊，对，我问他为什么打扮成这样，可以问吗？我可以。
Greetings. Come.
啊，不行啊。
Solo.
好吧。我发现好奇他为什么要打扮成这样。虽然有点失礼啦，可是我在猜啦，应该是他的嗜好吧。怎么那么多小孩？这孤儿院院长啊。
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Sorry, can't wait. Hear about Dandelion.
Geralt, I know you. Fine. If you're eager to join in the lesson, you're welcome to. Children, sadly the Ratcatcher has a fever today, but in his stead, we're honored to welcome a Witcher, who will now tell us about his trade.
But...
Yeah, this is grand.
You shan't
所以说现在是在讲解工作的一些项目啦，问你未来要从事什么样的行业，先介绍一下，让他们长大之后能成为理想中的。
Me. What's it mean that witches are lecturers?
猎魔人很好色是什么意思？好色。
How old are you again?
9. 8.
In that case, wait a few years and I'll tell you.
Children, what's the meaning of this? Next question.
Is it true witches kill kings?
杀死国王。
Don't believe everything they say about witchers.
What about animals? They don't like you. My mum says animals don't like bad folk.
Tomcat ever hiss at you?
You stole many kids. Enough.
他们总是问一些很奇怪的问题啊。
Gather your things and I shall see you in the morning.
我好像真的有做过哎。
To Master Geralt.
It's great you came.
I'd have rather had the rat catcher.
So please do tell me, why are you here?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes, longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No, he perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest.
Huh?
When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snakely whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in.
他们的诗跟
Dance betwixt her thighs.
东方人的写的诗不太一样哎。
Chinny chin chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry.
我也不懂。
See Dandelion?
No, but he never.
好吧，再会吧。
Thanks for your help.
他就是一个你生命中的一个过路客而已啊，路过了就没了。
This Baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa La Valette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
We've met before.
And how? Imagine this, Louisa. The Emperor desired a chat with the Witcher. I, too, was fortunate enough to meet him then.
有吗？我们什么时候见面啊？忘记了。
So Geralt of Rivia now works for Emperor Emhyr. Interesting. Has Var Emry sent you to rid Novigrad of monsters?
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
好啊。
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way then.
这些贵族啊，怎么一脸就是那种，怎么讲啊？看人眼低吧，就是一副瞧不起那些比自己身份低贱的人。哎，这是赛马对不对啊？中世纪的赛马是怎样的场景啊？
As a young girl,
绕
I
一圈
traveled
吗？
there
还
often to
是
ride.
双方骑士拿一个长枪互插对方？ 哦，应该是传统赛马。
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kahir, the champion from Vol.
Grey's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Huh?
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
哎，可我完全不晓得这些马到底是谁啊？
The black's your favorite? Let's see what a Nilfgaardian stallion's made of.
I'll not race. However, I will wager on a winner. The grey mare's my choice.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zerrikanian Bay. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
是骑吗？还是看赛事啊？哦哦，真的要骑啊！
Let's go! Faster.
几屁呀！ 这个路好窄，你们知道吗？
Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of.
撑住啊！终点。
Don't spare the horse. Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of.
这多远啊？
Don't spare the horse.
哦，赢了。
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her, and you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Well, another freak.
这游戏里面的人物啊，我觉得他们都其实还蛮怎么讲啊，信守承诺哎，就是即便他们输了，他还是会把东西给你，不会耍无赖。我觉得这点其实做不错哎。
Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
讲信用啦。
That Geralt, the one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Kairan by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be.
游戏怎么画面好亮？
Sadly, I haven't got a clue.
调暗一点好
We've
了。
not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a...
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all.
当然不像，你就是被骗了吧？他可能说他子女，要不然就是他亲戚的小孩。
Different mothers too.
Maybe, but you could see he cares for her, looks after her, the way he carried her packages and.
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I ask Dandelion when we visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
这女孩子其实蛮天真的。
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias.
气泡酒。
But I've not seen him since.
哇
Thanks, Molly.
小白脸。
Wait, before you go, Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
小白脸一个。他还有后续的吗？啊，这边啦！果然，贵宾走的方式就不一样。
Geralt, there you are. Shall we return to get?
好啊。
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go. 这个王国啊，它其实是一个中立的一个国家啦，自由的王国，也不是自由王国啊，应该算是一种自由贸易啦。每个人都可以来往，不管你是敌对还是别人啊。不过这也有可能会造成这个王国有一些间谍活动，各国的间谍啊。 在那边打探情报，这个王国就是这样子。 And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
不属于各国，中立的一个地方。而这样子的话，它会受到战火的袭击吗？例如说北方的帝国攻击这座城市之类的。 他们那个巨斧好大哦！
What do you want?
Want to see Rosa var Atra?
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a striker, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
怎么办？
Do not bother. Fuck bloody bum.
就我现在是要找路吗？仔细看的话，他们也是北方人哎，就是那个盔甲啦。 有太阳王的一个标志，哦，所以说这些上面涂鸦就是来讽刺他们啦，就是来侮辱他们。 修路。那路嘞？这也是正确的路吗？怎么有人摔死啊？情书
Interesting.
谁啊？他是因为不小心跌倒，然后摔死吧？
You fancy men like me? Whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard to get, Sugar Puss.
It's Lady Baratra to you. And I advise you to sod off, Sugar Puss, before I report this to Papa. Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa Baratra would train with random clods calling themselves sword masters? No. The Baratras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room. Now.
Now.
As you say, miss. Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips his sword.
是吗？我也差不多哎。
Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss. Learn the action.
啊，拿木剑啊！
Follow me.
哇，他家还有一个练习场哎。
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth. Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really?
趁快打错的时候，赶快
And how on
喊
earth
停
did you get in?
怕输的太难看。
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Oh.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
他妹妹，靠！我要血补满了。哎呀，等一下，你就等一下。好，去。又喊停，靠腰嘞。
If you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
肉体上的课程，我当然愿意啊。
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden?
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Take it Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, please. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or Trebaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Kalonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalonetta. Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things.
Wonder how...
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it?
对啊，自由城市。
Never taken sides. Always
保持
stayed
中
out
立。
of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury is bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
所以说这是一个贸易城市啊，对外开放，所以说也集结不少资金，所以说算是一个，先拿下这里，基本上你就可以快速获得战力了吧？
Emperor continuing to push
有钱
north.
就可以买
Courtiers
招
must
兵
be
买马。
ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa said.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Changing subject. What are two young Nilfgaardian aristocrats doing in Novigrad?
Dying of boredom. Papa's a diplomat. He also has many business dealings in Novigrad. He's a member of the Trade Corporation. Takes us along everywhere he goes, and must then find us new tutors in each spot. And so in Novigrad, the task fell to the poet Dandelion, Rosa's betrothed. Edna!
哇，我该走了。
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
好啊。
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time.
How's here tomorrow? Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
他姐姐是不是在调情啊？感觉像这样子啊。他们两个是姐妹的啊。第一次完全不知道哎，他仔细想也蛮妙的。 啊，都回来了，算是有收获啦。有一个才华洋溢的一个诗人啊，女性朋友。
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to stop talking anything.
这什么东西啊
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we want to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberits, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Sad.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberits, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits, and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
我不相信。
Dandelion in love. Actually, truly in love.
Oh, yes. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
艺术。
Another drift of it from Temeria. Let's drink for its nearly night.
干嘛啊、哎，前后他是做了什么事啊？干嘛大家都尖叫？可以吗？
Reuven takes a cut, Cleaver takes a cut. How's a man to turn off?
太阳下山，冥想有用吗？在门口这样做可以吧？ 这样。好了，有了。他只有晚上才开张啦，下午，对，应该说快要晚上了。好多人啊！
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. We should start soon.
这是以前的那些这种消遣活动啦，他们不像现在有这么多的大众娱乐。以前消遣娱乐比较单纯一点。
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars own. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone.
大家都在抓痒啊，是大家都没洗澡还是怎样？我看到刚刚有人抓屁股哎。
Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy.
不是，我可不是乱讲，你自己看，周遭人现在抓皮肤哎，无时无刻。
The wolf I will follow into the storm to find your heart, its passion displaced by our wing, hardening into stone amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes.
他们到底在哭什么？是觉得单身狗很可怜吗？这些诗人其实穿着好五颜六色哦，就是穿得好鲜艳哦，一看就知道他是一个诗人。贵族也没有穿那么鲜艳啊，贵族的衣服啊比较穿统一吧，统一一个色调啊。
I know him.
啊，这不是那个
'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war
是啊，
on.
又怎样？
Some died.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
哎，我们救了你，你还这
Permits
边？
me to introduce
如果我们不让他，早就被那些暴民给打死了。
known also as Caladetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
It's Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
这是什么不可告人的事情吗？
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
他谁？
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a
所以说
gilded
他
carriage
做梦那
laden
个
with jewels, so I should think so.
梦境
I've
啊，
asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Horson Jr.'s lair. Then Horson's men chased him all over town.
Horson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. I'd be in deep then.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue.
又来了
Give。me a salary.
Wherever he is,
他以前有被抓过啊
I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes.
所以我们要救他一次。
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Horson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Horson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. The Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
哦，对我刚刚说什么？我刚刚说什么来着？就是那个吉洛特他做的梦境啊，他不是梦到一个燕子跟一个叫丹什么里恩的那家伙啊，在一个地方，然后还爆炸嘛？他是在劫持金库啦，爆炸的地方是金库的位置，抢钱，然后燕子就是指西里。 打倒24，我们不是找人吗？哎，哪里啊？哇！呀，这不刚刚还会死啊？